Hi everyone, I'm Dovey with Simply Dovey, and today's video I'm going to be showing you how to decorate unicorn sugar cookies. This video is part of a three-part series. The first video, which will be linked down below, I show you how to make the sugar cookies, and also in a link down below is the second part of the series on how to make royal icing. These sugar cookies turned out absolutely gorgeous, so I'm excited to show you how I decorated them. So if you want to see how I made them, then continue watching. So to decorate my unicorn cookie here, I am using pink royal icing. It is royal icing that I dyed with Wilton color pink, and I am using a number 3 tip. And I will link down below my video on how to make royal icing. I'm going to start off by piping a line going around my heart shape. So now I need to fill in the center of my cookie. I am using even pressure as I am squeezing out my royal icing onto my cookie, and I'm trying to make sure that I am applying my icing on evenly. So now that I have my icing on my cookie, I am taking a toothpick and just kind of popping air bubbles and moving my icing around to fill in any spots that there might be some gaps. And after I have it frosted, I will put it to the side for about 15 to 30 minutes and just kind of let it get that hard crust over it. That way I can decorate it further. So now I'm going to make the unicorn horn, and I'm going to make it exactly the same way that I made for my unicorn cupcakes, and I'll link that down below if you're interested in seeing that. So I'm taking some fondant, and I am going to be using this Tylose powder, and I'm going to put a little bit inside my fondant, and I'm just going to knead that together. And what this helps is it helps my fondant dry faster, kind of turns it into gum paste. So after I have my fondant all kneaded and that Tylose powder mixed in there, I'm going to break off a small piece, and then I'm going to roll that into a ball in my hand. And then after I have that ball shape, I am going to start tapering that ball in between my hands. And as you can see here, it's starting to get thinner, and you'll see one end is starting to taper, while the other end is a bit bigger still. So I'm going to do that with 2 pieces here. I'm going to break off another ball and do the same exact thing with that. So now that I have 2 pieces of fondant that are tapered, and I'm going to just take the 2 tips together and start twisting them around each other. Also, I am going to take the tips and just kind of push them together a little bit. This is going to help it not fall apart, and you can use a little bit of water if you want. And as you can see here, I am just continuing to wrap those pieces together, and I'm going to wrap it until it's about 1.5 inches long, and then I'm going to take a knife and just cut it off at the end of those twists. And since this is going on a cookie, I am going to just press the bottom part of my horn together. This is just going to make it a bit flatter, that way it sits on my cookie flat. So this is the horn, and now what I will do is I will put it to the side until it dries, and then I will be able to put my gold luster dust on it. Okay, so now I'm going to work on making the ears. I am going to take my fondant that already has the Tylose mixed into it, and then I'm just going to knead it. I am putting a little bit of Crisco down on my counter here. You can use powdered sugar if you want, but I like the Crisco. And I am going to roll out my fondant. As soon as it is the thickness that I like, I am going to take the bottom of a piping tip and go ahead and cut some circles out of my fondant with it. So I'm going to take the circle, and I'm going to go ahead and pinch the bottom and top of that circle and just form an ear shape with it. And I am going to need 2 ears for each cookie. So once my horns are dry, I'm going to take some gold luster dust. You can use silver too if you want, but I have this gold here. And I'm going to use a bit of lemon juice and mix it in with my gold luster dust to kind of make a paste. And then I'm just going to take my paintbrush and paint that onto my unicorn horn. And as soon as I have that completely finished, I will just put that to the side and let that dry. I will be using buttercream frosting to decorate these unicorn cookies, and I will leave a link down below for my buttercream frosting recipe. For my buttercream frosting, I am using 3 different Wilton gel food colorings. I am using sky blue with the number 18 star tip. I am using pink with a number 13 star tip. And I am using violet with a number 106 tip. To start decorating my unicorn cookie, I'm going to take a little bit of frosting and put it in the center of the heart at the top of it. And then I'm going to place the unicorn horn on top of that. That is just to help keep that stick onto the cookie. Okay, so to make the flowers for my cookie, I will take my piping bag and I will squeeze some even pressure on the bottom of the bag there and just swirl my tip around. Each tip will make a different shape, and you can make your flowers smaller or larger. It just all depends on how much pressure that you are squeezing your bag with. If you put a lot of pressure on it, then a lot of your frosting will come out. So with the purple here, it is a 106 tip, so I am just actually squeezing out some frosting. I am not swirling it, and that just makes a little flower shape as well. So now that my flowers are done, I'm going to take my ears and I'm just going to stick them into my frosting. To be my extra special self like usual, I am going to take some sprinkles and add those onto my flowers as well. So here is the finished unicorn sugar cookie, and I love, love, love how it turned out. And if you love how it turned out too, then leave a comment down below letting me know. And don't forget to like this video. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.